What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you guys are having a good day so far. Today's video, we got a little bit of news here from Plarium about some upcoming events across the new year, so let's jump right into it. All right, so right above my head, so hey y'all, this Thursday, January 1st, we're planning to launch a Frosted Path event where you'll get a chance to get the perfect souls for Hilvi, the Rhyme Called, and Yuki Masa, Demon of Ice, alongside other goodies. You'll be able to earn points by summoning champions from shards and upgrading champions. So it's going to be a hero's path, 2 souls involved, and you will get points from summoning shards and training. The rewards will be earned through this event include the Yuki Masa and Hilvy's 5-star Perfect Soul, legendary and mythical skill tomes, and other goodies. It's going to be a 4-day event. So this is actually, something that's kind of expected, to be honest. We just finished the Yuki Masa fusion, and then obviously Hilvy's Deck of Fate just happened the week before. So both of those champions most recently included into the game, and yeah, a lot of people probably have one or both, or the so why not create a hero's path to target the souls for both of these champions? So anyways, guys, let's jump into this in terms of overall value. So Shadowkin, let's talk about Yuki Masa, since I think most people would have this one, since this was the fusion, and probably just less resource intensive to pick up, I think. So Yukimasa here, decent CC champion. It's supposed to be a damage dealer with some revive abilities as well. So he brings the AoE block active skills, he brings the AoE freeze, and he can go through block damage and all this. And then he brings the revive, which is really cool, one of his biggest selling points. And then he has an A3 here, which equalizes defense, and then he goes in for a big smack, which is pretty nice. 1600 base attack, which is pretty good for an attack-based damage dealer. He doesn't hit particularly hard, but his multipliers are not terrible, so you could theoretically make him hit pretty hard. He does require accuracy in his kit if he doesn't fill this condition. So if the enemy team doesn't already have a champion that's under hard CC, then he needs accuracy to land some of these debuffs. So having accuracy on him is definitely it's a good thing. And also the higher blessing will just give him more stats, make him hit harder and all that. So not too bad of an investment for a 5-star soul if you wanted to use him more full time. Personally speaking, I don't think Yuki Masa is a champion that you would use full time. So having the soul for him is not a huge necessity or anything like that, but it would be a nice luxury item to have for him. Now jumping into Hilvi, Hilvi was the most recent Deck of Fate champion, and then she was definitely not easy to get because her Deck of Fate included opening soul stones, which was not easy to get. If you didn't have soul stones to get her, then the dungeon diving portion of it would have been pretty crazy for the energy spend. But this is a great champion, great overall champion. I like her as a generalist. She's really good. She can play as a speed booster, increased speed, turn meter booster, or she can play as a reviver, or she can play as a block damage champion. She also has a strip and freeze on her A2, and then she has an A1 decreased defense as well. Her passive is interesting. She does land HP burns, steal turn meter, steal buffs. So it's pretty cool champion. I really like her. Speed in all bows as well, with really good base speed. But less people would have her because the requirements to get her was a lot harder than Yuki Masa. Her 5-star soul, would she benefit? Absolutely. She needs accuracy, unfortunately, to land all this stuff. She has no conditional, no conditional irresistible conditions for her debuffs. So decreased defense, she needs accuracy. The freeze and strip, she needs accuracy here as well. And yeah, 5-star soul would be nice getting that for her. She's not going to benefit massively from like increased crit damage or anything like that, but it does give a support champion a bunch of extra stats, HP, defense, and of course accuracy resistance is very nice. So personally speaking, I have both of these champions on both my accounts, and I would definitely target the soul for Hilvi, as I would probably use her way more often than I would Yuki Masa. In terms of a blessing for Hilvi, I would probably use her with the banner and use her as a speed booster for arena, something along those lines. But I think it would fit pretty well for her overall kit, at least for my accounts. All right, so let's quickly talk about what this event is going to cost. I did some research here, and then we did dig up some previous Heroes Path with 2 Hero Souls in it. All right, I'm going to put it up on screen here on the right-hand side, but this is the Heroes Path from the Alice campaign. Both souls up for grabs was the Queen of Hearts. So you got the Queen of Hearts 5-star and then the Knave of Hearts 5-star here at the other side. This image courtesy of Helhei's website. But this was the only hero's path that came to mind that had 2 heroes soul in it. That was shards and training. So the exact same kind of requirements, the exact same kind of situation. In this hero's path, there's actually a third reward as well, which was the cat's gaze. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to put a third kind of bait reward here with Hilvi and Yuki Masa. They definitely could. They could put some relics in there as well. But let's assume there's no third reward, and then we're just looking at the 2 souls here. Now, both of these souls here, one is for the Knave of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts. So the Queen of Hearts was a winner-take-all champion, so not everyone would have gotten this champion. It would have been pretty low engagement to go after the 5-star, I think. So it would have been the Knave of Hearts, which is a fine champion, but not as good as somebody like Hilby, for example. And I believe the Knave of Hearts was also a champion you acquire from a deck of fate. So what would be the total cost for these champions? So based off of Saphira's spreadsheet here that he used to break down this hero's path, it looked like each soul would have cost you 16.1 sacred shards. So this could be a rough baseline for what we could expect for the upcoming hero's path for Yuki Masa and Hilvy's soul. Like, generally speaking, 16 sacred shards. That is, about what we can expect. On the high end, it's going to be closer to 20. But on the low end, could go under 15, somewhere around there. In this hero's path, it was 16 each. Both of them had mirrored paths, so each side would have been 16 if you wanted either soul. And there is a breakdown here for the energy component for training, about 15,000 per soul, assuming that the soul was 16,000 points. So again, this just gives you a rough kind of estimate on what to expect for the upcoming hero's path in terms of overall cost. So about 16 sacred shards and about 15,000 energy if you wanted to do the point with training. Now keep in mind for the hero's path with the Queen of Hearts and the Knave of Hearts, the shard cost or shard value was basically non boosted. So each sacred shard was worth 4,500. Each primal shard was worth 1,800. Void shard 750. Ancient shards 300, and then mystery shards were 3 points. If you go to the most recent double blessing heroes path that we had, it was actually the Raphael and April heroes path. And then you had both of their 5-star souls up for grabs. In this event, it was shard and dungeon diving. So it's not the exact same as shard training that we are going to have with Hilby and Yuki Masa. But I thought it was interesting to bring this up from Raphael's hero's path, because in Raphael's hero's path, they actually had boosted primal shard points. So 2,700 here for primal shards. It was something that was kind of interesting. It kind of gave you more incentive to pull primal shards because they were worth 50% more value in this hero's path. Plarium definitely could do something there as well, since this is an event that spans over New Year's Day. I definitely could see them giving some kind of boost, maybe for value for one of these shards. Maybe it's void shards, maybe it's primal shards, who knows? And why not give us a little bit of a boost here over the new year, give us a little bit of a break. That would be pretty interesting to see. So just for reference sake, we can look at the Raphael's hero's path here in terms of overall cost and get a better idea. So right here for Raphael's hero's path, each of the souls ended up only costing 15 sacred shards worth of points. So in this one, it was actually cheaper than the one with the Queen of Hearts and the Knave of Hearts. So, based on historical, events, we can kind of estimate 15 to 16 sacred shards per soul. Is that what we're going to be ended up paying? Which is obviously a high price, but it's not as high as previous top 5-star souls for champions. For example, like Leonardo. Leonardo was closer to 20 sacred shards. I think it might have been 19 sacred shards, somewhere around there. So if we can scoop this up for about 15 sacred shards for Hilby, I think that would be a bit of a win. There's also a training component as well, so you can scoop up some points there as well. We'll do a full breakdown when the event actually opens. But right now, like I said, just wanted to set some expectations for you guys. This is not going to be an event that, you know, a brand new player or an early game player can actually achieve unless you want to spend money. Keep in mind that these training events also don't give you points for using books. So that's a mistake that I've heard that people have made. So definitely don't fall for that. Make sure it's through a training and leveling champions, not using books. And lastly, I would, you know, give it a little bit of time, maybe tomorrow. They're probably going to announce some events through the New Year's. I'm not too sure what they would do. Maybe a couple 2X's over the weekend, but I'm not too sure. So in that case, if they offer some 2X boosts, and yeah, that might just sweeten this hero's path, right? We just had 2X voids, so I wouldn't expect 2X voids again unless they do 2X boost for all the shards. We'll have to see. Probably find out tomorrow. Anyways, guys, a couple admin things here. So if you guys want to check out my channel, we do have a ongoing active giveaway that's happening from this video. This roundup video is basically just a quick kind of like 2025 raid highlight video. So make sure you guys check that out. There's going to be a giveaway. Like I said, still active with this video from Plarium. So make sure you guys join that. Try to get in on the giveaway prizes. And lastly, I'm still looking for the winner of the most recent giveaway account. If this is you, please contact me right away through Discord. Please, no scammers. Lots of people trying to scam for this account, but this is you, Unborn Seed. I'm going to give you a couple more days to reach out and try to contact me on Discord. Otherwise, we're going to be doing a redraw for this account. So I don't want to hold on to this account for that much longer. Definitely wanted to give it away. So make sure you guys, if you're Unborn Seed or if you know this person, make sure you guys reach out to me through Discord right away. If you guys are scammers, shame on you. It's the holidays. You guys find some other things to do. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys found it informative. Best of luck if you guys are going for it. We'll cover it more once it releases and all that. But quickly to summarize, expecting 15 to 16 Sacred Shards worth of points to get the one of the Hilvi or Yukimasa 5-star soul. Personally speaking, I'm probably going to go for Hilvi because I see her being more of a longer term, more general use case champion than Yukimasa for my accounts. And the Hero's Path event will consist of pulling shards and training. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are planning to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.